Hey guys, EZTechReview here with a quick video comparison of the new 2010 Dell Latitude E6410 on the right, which is a 14.1 inch widescreen business class laptop, and the E4310, which is a 13.3 inch widescreen business class laptop. Now a lot of you out there might be comparing these two models when shopping at Dell's website for your work laptop or business laptop or just a laptop for personal use, because both models are really close to each other in terms of specs and weight and whatnot. So these two are compared a lot when a consumer goes to buy a business class laptop from Dell, because this is 14.1 inch and 13.3 inch, so everyone's weighing the portability and performance comparisons. So you can see from this top-down shot that the 14.1 inch E6410 and the E4310 size difference, you can see it's pretty noticeable size difference. Note that this E6410 pretty much keeps the same body as the E6400, the previous gen with the Core 2 dual processors. So this one, if you've ever used the E6400, in terms of body, build mechanics and whatnot, port location is pretty much the same as the E6400. Unfortunately for the E4300, they did change the body somewhat. The old E4300 was a 16:10 ratio widescreen laptop, so the resolution was only one option, the 1280x800. Unfortunately, for whatever reason, Dell, for this generation, the E4310, moved it to a 16:9 ratio widescreen laptop, which many business users, myself included, really disliked for business purposes like Excel spreadsheets, because the 16:9, the height is just so low, so when you're looking at Excel spreadsheets or whatnot, you just gotta scroll a little extra. But we'll show you the screen size difference in a little bit. Just want to show you some more size comparisons. This is the E4310 on top of the 6410, sorry. So you can see the E6410 is just slightly wider and slightly deeper. Both these units right now have their largest battery options on them right now, which is the 6-cell for the E4310 and the 9-cell on the E6410. So you can see right here, size difference. You can see it in this orientation. Okay, now let's do a thickness comparison. You can pretty much tell even from the top down ratio, but I'll go from the side for you guys. The thickness is just about the same for both. So thickness wise, it's literally just about the same for both of them. So the only consideration in terms of size is the width and the depth for these two. Now another thing to consider for portability reasons is weight. I have here a digital scale that I'll show you right here. So I'll put the E4310 on here first with the 6-cell bigger battery. They do come with a 3-cell too. It's 4 pounds 5.8 ounces with the 6-cell battery. Now, for those of you with the E4310, I just want to mention the the E4310 is indeed heavier than the previous gen E4300. I've had both before, and I believe it's due to just strengthening the structure a bit. The screen lid is noticeably thicker than the E4300. The E4300, the screen was pretty thin. The screen protection, so I could easily press in and depress the screen. This one is much more hardy and heavy duty, so it's about an 8-ounce difference between the E4310 and the E4300. So that was 4 pounds, 5.8 ounces. This is the E6410 with the 9-cell bigger battery. It is 5 pounds and 8.2 ounces. So in terms of comparing both models with the big battery, the larger size batteries available on both models, the difference in weight is about 18.4 ounces. 18.4 ounces between these two. Now, just to note, these two particular units in front of me, specs-wise, is very similar. They both have pretty much all the options: Bluetooth, Intel Wi-Fi, backlit keyboard, web camera. So all those little tiny extras that are thrown in there will add to the weight. Both of these have all the little extras, so it's about as close of a comparison as you can get in terms of two identically spec'd models. Just one's the E4310, one's the E6410. So that's the weight difference. I do have a 6-cell smaller battery for the E6410 that I can pop in real quick at a later time for you to show you the weight difference then. But unfortunately for the E4310, I only have the bigger 6-cell battery. This one I do have the smaller 6-cell. So if I pop in the lighter battery on this unit, the larger 6410, the weight difference becomes about 13 ounces, 12.8 ounces. So if I decide to use a smaller 6-cell battery on the E6410 versus the larger battery on the E4310, the weight difference in weight is only about a can of 12-ounce Coke. So not much weight difference really. Real quick, let me just show you the ports on each of them, starting with the E6410. In the front you have the display release latch, SD card reader. On the left side you have the VGA port, USB 2.0, and a USB 2.0 eSATA combo port. Very handy. A smart card reader slot, heat exhaust vent, Kensington lock slot. This is all on the left side. On the back you have the power input jack, the display port, digital video out, the 10 by 100 by 1000 gigabit Ethernet port. There's a modem port here if you like to have that option, but I didn't, so it's blocked out by a plastic cover. Right side is 2 more USB 2.0 ports, mic port, headphone port, wireless toggle on off, DVD reader. This is the 54mm express card slot, 54mm, the larger one, so it's more compatible with all the options out there in terms of express card slots. Firewire. So that's all the ports available on the E6410. A very good selection for a 14.1 inch notebook. 4 USB 2.0s, one of them being a eSATA USB 2.0 combo slot port, I should say. This is the E4310. Starting from the front, just SD card reader slot, and the 2 speakers are on the front. Note on the E6410, the speakers are actually on the sides by the keyboard. Left side, that's all for the front. Left side is 1 USB 2.0 / eSATA combo port, heat vent, smart card slot, and this unit, difference from the E4300 and the E6400 and 6410, is Dell decided to go with a mic / a headphone combo port, similar to how the new MacBook Pro have. So it's one port for both, so it's kind of a bummer if you like using dedicated mic input. On the back is Kensington lock slot, power jack, 10 by 100 by 1000 gigabit Ethernet. That's it for the back. Right side is the VGA port and another USB 2.0 port, making it a total of 2 only. DVD drive, wireless on-off switch, and this smaller model only has a 34mm express card versus the 54mm on the other one, the 64. So in terms of difference between these two port selection, going from the 6410 to the 4310, you lose 2 USB 2.0 ports. You lose 2 USB 2.0 ports. You lose a dedicated mic port. You lose the digital display port out. That's about it. Well, you downgrade from a 54mm express card to a 34mm. That's only port selection that you lose from going from a 6410 to a 4310. What you lose under the hood is the availability on the E6410 for a dedicated NVIDIA Quadro 3100M graphics, available on the E6410 that this particular unit has. The E4310 is only available with the Intel HD graphics. Yeah. So, as well as LCD resolution, this is available with the 1440 by 900 res widescreen, which is the higher end model, 1440 by 900 WXJ plus. On this one, the E4310 is only available on, as I mentioned before, a 16 by 9 resolution, which is 1366 by 768. So right now, you'll see here, let me just put this in a quick battery. The same picture on both. This is on max brightness for both, by the way. So you'll see just from the get-go, the E6410's screen is brighter. In terms of my 2 units anyways, it could vary. But this they call the Dell Ultra Sharp display, which is the 1440 by 900 res upgraded display. This is just the stock, only one option, 1366 by 768 screen. So this is a little brighter. Also, you'll notice here, I'll try to hold them the same height, the difference between 16 by 10 and 16 by 9. 16 by 9 is already cut off here. So you lose a good amount of pixels vertically by going to 16 by 9 on the E4310. So unfortunately they went 16 by 9, so you lose some vertical real estate. So for web browsing, web pages, or Excel or Word documents, you're going to have to do a little bit more scrolling. So if you use 6-cell batteries on both, the larger capacity 6-cell on the E4310 and the lower capacity but still 6-cell on the E6410, the weight difference is only 13 ounces, about the weight of a can of Coke. And you lose 2 USB ports, display port, downgrade from a 54mm express card to a 34mm, and you lose higher resolution screen and NVIDIA dedicated graphics. So just something to keep in mind for you guys out there who's considering between these two guys. Hopefully this video helped you out. Thanks again for watching, and that's it. Thank you.